Economic growth for the third quarter, officially known as gross domestic product, showed a slowdown to just 1.5%. That's a sharp decline from the nearly 4% growth rate we saw this spring. One of the main reasons, businesses sharply reducing their inventories. Another disappointing data point out today, pending home sales for September. Those are deals that have been agreed to but not finalized. They fell 2.3% last month, a surprise to economists. Healthcare giant Pfizer, it's in early talks with Botox maker Allergan. That's about a possible merger. Shares of Allergan right now up nearly 7%. And last night's Republican presidential debate on CNBC netted 14 million viewers. That makes it CNBC's most watched program in history. I'm Tom Busby, CNBC.
There are no guarantees in love, but there is a guarantee from EH Plus by eHarmony, our new personal matchmaking service. At EH Plus, your own personal matchmaker gets to know you so well, we can guarantee introductions that will be satisfying and exciting. EH Plus goes far beyond regular online dating sites, and that's a guarantee. Visit us at ehplus.com/love or call 1-855-930-LOVE.
As the owner of a sock shop, there are a few things I can count on during the holidays. No one will know what to get their dad, everyone will decide at the last minute, and they'll decide on socks. And now, thanks to the Postal Service, my customers will know exactly when Dad's socks are delivered, which is nice, because it's the only thing the poor guy's gonna get.
Introducing real-time delivery notifications from the U.S. Postal Service. Now your customers will know right when their packages arrive. Another reason, this is our season. The U.S. Postal Service. Priority, you. U.S. only. Most notifications transmitted within a few minutes of the delivery scan.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
Good afternoon. It's 12:03. I'm Di Rice with the only live local news here in the Inland Empire on Kccaa 1050 AM and 106.5 FM. Two children who authorities say were abducted Wednesday in Moreno Valley by their biological parents were found safe in Artesia. The children's parents, 25-year-old Travis Rusty Jace and 24-year-old Angie Janie George, were arrested. Corey Stanley, 7, and Justin George, 4, were walking in the 12,900 block of Frederick Street with their foster parent at about 3:36 Wednesday when a white, newer model Chrysler 200 pulled next to them and grabbed the kids and fled on the 60 freeway. The biological parents and a third person were reported to be involved in the abduction, according to the foster parent, but there's no word yet from sheriff officials on a third arrest. And San Jacinto has joined the growing list where an invasive mosquito known to carry yellow fever has been found. After a resident brought in an Aedes aegypti mosquito to vector control officials, traps were set and 8 more adult mosquitoes and several larvae were collected. All were positively identified as the same species. However, there's no indication that they've been infected with yellow fever, dengue, or chikungunya viruses. County health officials warned Tuesday there is potential, though. Aedes aegypti is not native to California. The black and white mosquito prefers to feed on humans during the daytime. Aedes aegypti has been detected in 12 counties and over 35 cities statewide. Inland Empire weather. Sunny and breezy out there today and tomorrow as well, with highs into the low 80s. Overnight lows tonight 60. Right now 74 in San Bernardino. Checking out your drive in Redlands at the 10 westbound Alabama. There is an injury accident. It has all lanes shut down. Traffic is jammed up from before Texas Street. Again, that's Redlands the 10 westbound at Alabama. Also in Corona, there's good news. An accident has cleared on the 91 westbound just before Green River. That was a downed motorcycle. Has been cleared from the lanes, but traffic is still busy from before the 15. And then the 15 north is a bit heavy from Ontario Avenue to the 91. And in Riverside, the off-ramp is blocked at that 215 southbound at Blaine and 3rd Street exit. That was due to a big rig who lost part of its load, and so you have to make arrangements there to get around that. Also in Ontario, a lot of accidents going on. Accident on the shoulder of the eastbound 10 just past Milliken, and that's got the shoulder blocked. So not too bad, it's just the shoulder, but kind of use some caution as you make your way through that area. That is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on KCAA 1050 AM with Dave Ramsey.
Top leaders. All right, let's get you back to more of the Dave Ramsey Show right now.
Sacrifice, determination.
You can be intentional about your character, your work ethic.
You've got to be on the same page.
Today we're calling to let you know we are debt-free, house and everything.
You have done really, really, really good. And you're not going to quit now.
It's been a huge witness for us to be able to share that.
It was time to get serious.
Intentionality, people.
Celebrate the success.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
This is your show, America.
If I knew at 22 what I know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is your show. Thank you for joining us. We're glad you're here. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Jessica is starting off this hour in Louisville, Kentucky. Hi, Jessica. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Great. Well, my question is, my husband and I are 29. He just got a new job where they do not match their 401k. And we really don't know what to do because we know that you say to do something else, but we don't really remember what it was. And every time you talk about it, we always miss it. So we just called to figure that out.
No problems at all. You should do a Roth IRA before you do a non-matching 401k.
Okay.
Each of you can do $5,500. That's $11,000 a year total. What's your household income?
$68,000.
Okay. And so we want you to save 15% of your household income annually when you're at baby step 4, and that would be $10,200. That's pretty close to $11,000. So we're going to go ahead and fully fund 2 Roth IRAs and good growth stock mutual funds with long track records.
Okay.
And that'll put you at your 15% for baby step 4, because tax-free growth is better than tax-deferred growth. Let me show you, and let me show you what I'm talking about so you'll know why I'm saying this, okay? So how old are you guys?
We're 29.
Okay. Let me see here. Let me put this in the calculator for a second. So we're going to do $11,000 a year, 2 Roth IRAs. Crud. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make sure because I want to do it. It's a good example. It may just take me a second. All right, $916.67 a month going out of your checking account into a good growth stock mutual fund. If you start with nothing and the mutual fund averaged 12%, you said you're 29 years old at, say, let's just do 59 years old. Okay, that'd be 30 years, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then at that point, you would have $3.2 million. Okay.
Wow.
So here's the thing. You think about this. 30 years of $11,000, you only put in $330,000.
Wow.
But there's $3.3 million in there. All of the rest of that is growth. All of that growth in the Roth is tax-free. If you put the exact same amount into your 401k, all of that is taxable. Taxes on $3 million would look a lot like $750,000, $800,000.
Wow.
So that's the difference in a Roth and a traditional non-matching.
Okay.
Now, if they match, you're doubling your money before we start the conversation.
Right.
Then you can pay some taxes on it and still come out ahead. So that's why you would do a matching first if there's a match, and then do Roth. But if you don't have a match, we do Roth first and then non-matching.
Okay, and then non-matching. What about a regular IRA, a traditional?
Well,
is that even after?
Yeah, you can't do both, a Roth IRA and a regular.
Okay.
You have to choose one or the other, and the Roth is tax-free. The regular is taxed.
Okay.
And we don't want taxed, but like we just discussed, it's taxes in your example on about $3 million. So we're trying to avoid those taxes by doing the Roth.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dave.
Thank you. We appreciate you calling in. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Well, tonight in Cincinnati, Ohio, there is a Smart Money live event. Chris Hogan will be speaking with my daughter, Rachel Cruz, and you are going to have a blast. There's over 1,500 tickets sold to that. I think there's still a couple left you can get in, but it's basically sold out. We're glad of that. Thank you. And you guys get you a couple tickets. If you've got tickets to the Smart Money event in Cincinnati tonight, make sure that you get there early so that you get through the parking, you get a seat. I mean, there's a couple thousand folks coming over there, so it's a big deal, and we appreciate you guys turning out for that. You're gonna have a blast. These two are both world-class speakers and teachers, and you're gonna laugh and cry, and you and your spouse, you and your friends are gonna, you're gonna have a whole different look on money. You're gonna be smart. I mean, live more, worry less. That's the Smart Money event. Then next week on November the 5th, Chris Hogan and I will be in Oklahoma City doing a Smart Money event. And on November the 17th in Louisville, Kentucky, we're going to be doing a Smart Money event, the last one of the fall. So 3 left, including tonight in Cincinnati. And we've got 2 of the Entree Leadership one-day events left. This is one of the best one-day entrees we've ever done. Chris Hogan, Christy Wright, and I have 2 more stops this fall, and we're bringing these events to Oklahoma City on November the 4th. And Louisville, Kentucky on November the 16th. And this event's based on our #1 New York Times bestselling book, Entree Leadership. And we're going to cover the things that are essential for you to win in business. The essentials of business and leadership. And you're going to love Chris and Christy, and I'm going to be speaking most of the day as well. I have a blast at these events, and we really want you to make sure you get your tickets to any of these events. Just go to DaveRamsey.com or call 888-22-PIECE. 888-227-3223. Ray is with us in Houston, Texas. Hi, Ray. How are you?
Hi, Ray. Hi, Dave. Excuse me. I'm a little nervous.
That's okay.
I appreciate what you do, Dave. First of all,
thank you.
And I have 2 questions, if I may. The first question is, I have a car loan which I can pay off by the end of this year, and the car loan is $16,500, and I have medical bills that are $7,000. So I can pay the whole full amount of the car loan, or I can refinance the car loan, bring it down, and pay off the whole amount of the medical bills. So I'm trying to figure out what would be best.
How are you doing that by the end of the year in 2 months?
Well, I've already got $14,000. So all I need is $2,500 more.
Okay.
To pay off.
Where'd the $14,000 come from?
From working hard.
Good. I like it. What do you make a year?
Well, last year I made 63, and this year it looks like I'm going to be making 75.
Good for you. Way to go. Well, what we tell folks to do is to get out of debt by listing their debts smallest to largest and paying them off in that order. And so what I would tell you to do is hold $1,000 for baby step 1, a starter emergency fund, and then I'd throw $13,000 at the program, which means I'm going to put 7 on the medical debts and get rid of them. And I'm going to put the other 6 on the car, which means I got $10,000 left to go on this car. And you get in attack mode and hit that car really hard. I'd say you can pay that $10,000 off pretty quick, wouldn't you?
Right. Well, the other thing is, I don't know if that goes into consideration that medical bills are tax deferred.
No, they're not tax deferred. They're interest free. But you owe the money, and you got to pay both of them off, and you're going to pay all this off by about March or April anyway. and I'm going to list it smallest to largest and get it in attack mode. That's what I would do. It's what we teach people to do.
Hey, this is Di Rice. The staff here at KCAA wants to remind you that Halloween night, Sunday morning, will be time to set our clocks to standard time. Digital clocks should automatically fall backward. If your clocks don't reset themselves, be sure to turn them back 1 hour. And while you're checking your alarm clock radio, make sure you set it to wake up to the station that leaves no listener behind. KCAA 1050 AM and now 106.5 FM.
This is KCAA.
We found the problem with your car. Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
What?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
If you're trying to prevent home foreclosure, you need a law firm with extensive experience representing clients in protecting their homes from foreclosure. The Goodman Law Firm is a nationwide team of mortgage mitigation attorneys that provides legal advice and expertise you can trust. Our nationwide network includes local of-counsel foreclosure attorneys to represent you during the mortgage mitigation process. The Goodman firm has represented homeowners across the nation in resolving their troubled mortgages. We have the experience and the knowledge you can count on to best represent your interests. The banks have attorneys fighting to protect their interests, and so should you. Call the Goodman Law Firm at 888-800-6030. Take control of your mortgage situation today. Contact us at 888-800-6030 or through our website at arnoldgoodmanlaw.com. The City of San Bernardino presents the inaugural Turkey Trot Thanksgiving morning, Thursday, November 26th. Rid yourself of your Thanksgiving pig-out guilt by starting the morning off with a 5K at San Manuel Stadium. Bring the kids for a mini trot at 7:45. There will also be a costume contest, music, and plenty of family fun activities. The cost is $10 per person, and parking is free. For tickets, go to www.eventbrite.com or call 909-726-1477.
KCAA.
My favorite brain soup. Cream of nowhere.
Thanks for joining us, America. We're glad you are here. Heather is with us in Denver. Hi, Heather. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Thanks, Dave, and thanks for coming to Denver this weekend. I was at the SMART conference on Saturday.
Cool. Well, thanks. It was a blast.
It was amazing.
Thank you. We had a great time. How can I help today?
Yeah, you had a great lineup. So I have a question. So both my sisters are single moms. One has 3 kids, one has 2. My husband and I make fairly good money. We'll be out of debt and through baby steps 3 and then on to 4 here within the next year. We don't plan on having any kids ourselves. And I was wondering a twofold question. One, does it make sense from any kind of way of looking at it for me to try to help my nieces and nephews with their ESAs or help my sisters in any way? We obviously will still have our mortgage to pay off on baby step 6. And then if that answer is a yes, and I can start contributing to some kind of ESA for my nieces and nephews, does that negatively impact their need-based financial aid ability when they get to college if their moms are still struggling and still working through things on their own end?
Last answer first, yes, it does. If you have money, you are not need-based anymore. And by putting money into their name into an ESA, they have money. And so if you saved enough in the ESA for them to go to college, they don't qualify for need-based because they don't have a need. Or if you save half enough, they're not going to qualify for need-based because they don't have a need. They're going to have to get they have to get scholarships on merit or on something else at that point. So I guess if it depends on how much you want to save for them and how aggressive you all want to be on this. What is your household income?
Right now it's 110.
Okay.
But I'm in a sales role, so I expect it to go up with commissions.
Yeah. I mean, there's 2 or 3 ways to go at this. One is you could just build wealth, and then as they get older, you could just help out of your wealth. You don't have to open an ESA in their name. I mean, you can just have a mutual fund that you and your husband agree, that fund in that particular file, we write across the front of the file, nieces and nephews, we don't, and it's just nicknamed that, but it's your money. And then you can decide what you want to do. Because also, let's say they were misbehaving. You would not want to fund things at that point, probably.
Right.
And so, but if you're funding it out of your money, you can control that. If it's in their name, it's their money. And when they're 21 years old, it goes completely into their name. And so they can, misbehave with the money. And that's the downside where you're doing it for an extended relative like that. So I'm enough of a control freak in that I feel responsible that my money that God gives me to manage does good things. And, if that's the case, I'm going to control it. So I'm probably going to just build wealth. That's simple.
Okay.
Then if you want to help sisters in a different way or help the kids you can choose to or not choose to, and I can hold it over their head. This is here for you, but it's subject to you, stopping this area of your life that's a misbehavior, because I feel like if I give you money, I'm going to be funding that, and I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Is that logical?
Yes.
Yeah, and I hope they all grow up just perfect.
I mean, they're perfect now, so...
Yeah, that helps when they're little. But, yeah, I mean, that's probably how I would do it. And you guys decide at that point. But yeah, if you want to just, I would say, why don't you go ahead and get your house paid off, and then just you're building wealth on the side in addition to your retirement accounts, and you can look down and there's, at your current rate of as young as you are, you're going to have probably another $1 million laying around that you can do something with by the time they get there 20 years from now. And I think you'll be in a position to do that kind of thing if you still want to. And but I'm even going to insert myself into things like, where you agree to go to school. It's not just a blind thing where I'm going to finance, behaviors and decisions I don't agree with. You're going to go get a degree in German polka history. I don't want to fund that. I don't think that's wise. I don't think it's wisdom for the child. So you got to think it through. All right. Harry is on the line in Branson. Hi, Harry. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
Hey, I've got, my wife was left land, several lots, along with her 2 other sisters. So the land is in basically all the names of the 3 sisters. And one sister can't pay taxes, and the other one refuses to because the land is not solely in her name.
Mm-hmm.
And so my wife, I've been paying the taxes for the last 5-6 years, and my wife is fed up with it. She's wanting me to stop paying it.
I agree. Why are you paying taxes for these other two? You're never going to get that money back.
Well, yeah, but the land is not worthless.
Well, what's the land worth?
Right at this time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, probably altogether, probably 50,000.
Mm-hmm. And there's 3 pieces of ground?
No, it's all lots. It's several lots. Probably.
Why don't you just divvy them up?
I've asked to do that, and they can't come to agreement on it.
What's the problem?
Oh, one wants this piece, the other one wants that piece, and so.
Well, here's what you got right now: nothing but trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would do is figure it out. You know, let them have whatever they want. You get whatever you want out of it, as long as it's somewhere around a third. And let's get it done and get this thing divvied up. And then the one that's broke can sell off her lots. The one that doesn't want to pay them because she's smart and doesn't want to pay taxes on land that she's never going to get back because everybody else is misbehaving in this, and you're going to continue to do this. I mean, you guys need to fix this. This is a broken deal.
Yeah, it definitely is. And when I told her grandfather before he passed away, I said, you need to separate this now. And I was pretty much the red-headed grandson-in-law and keep my nose out of his business, but now I'm paying for it. So.
Well, no, you don't. I'm not paying for it. Not another dime. I'm with your wife, and
so
I'm with her,
okay
and I'm with her other sister. I'd let it go before I had to pay another thing. And I'd put the 3 of them around the table and say, I'm done. Now you guys are gonna figure this out. And listen, tell your wife to not win the battle, and not win the war, and instead win the battle. In other words, if you get out of there with $15,000 worth instead of, exactly $17,000 worth, so what? At least you got out of there with something, and at least you own it.
I see.
So take a little less and get this deal done.
Okay. It's just hard for me to let something of value go away.
No, it's not going to go away. I'm going to put them in the room and box their ears. I'm serious. I'm going to cause a crisis here that Grandpa should have had the backbone to do, but Grandpa instead's like stirring up trouble from the grave.
Yeah.
So,
right.
I'd put them in the room and say, all right, sisters, figure this out because I'm not paying the taxes anymore, and that y'all are going to lose $50,000 because y'all can't get your dadgum heads together. Now sit in here and figure it out, and then walk out of the room.
All right. Okay, that's what I'll do. I appreciate it.
And then if they still are going to be a bunch of bullheads, let it go. Drop it. Forget it. You're only losing $15,000. That's your part of it. It's not like it's going to change your life. Dadgum drama's not worth that. This is why you do a will, people. And you don't leave things in piles like this and just hope it's all going to work out. It's not going to work out. That's exactly the wrong way to do it. He's right. He was right for calling Grandpa out on that because Grandpa did a mess there. Man. Deanna's on Facebook.com/Dave Ramsey. What's the best age to start talking to kids about money? As soon as they can talk. 3. But age appropriately. Don't teach a 3-year-old about the expense ratios of a mutual fund. Just be age appropriate and begin the discussion. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
There's a couple statistics I want to share with you. 7 out of 10 people are living paycheck to paycheck. 70%. That means if one check doesn't show up, they got a situation. 7 out of 10. And a lot of times, maybe you're like me, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but when I hear certain percentages, I go, that sounds pretty big. But let me help you bring it closer to home. Think of 10 of your friends. Following this statistic, 7 out of 10 of your friends are living paycheck to paycheck. You want to bring it closer to home? Think of 10 of your family members. Yeah, the statistic just got real now. And we start to look at that and see, you can't tell from the outside people that are living paycheck to paycheck. I've seen people dressed head to toe in Prada that don't have 2 nickels to rub together. But I've seen some country boys with some mud on their boots that can write a check to make a bank bounce. Think about that. Some of you will get it later. How is that? Because see, those statistics, to me, they have a name, they have a face, they have a family. I want to tell you about a couple of them. James and Judy, 63 and 62 years old when I met with them. They found themselves here on the doorstep of age of retirement with no money. Both of them worked, made really good money, you all. The problem is that they had 2 car payments, 2 mortgages, and 22 credit cards totaling $52,000. I remember sitting with them and seeing in their mind a car payment was a way of life. It was always going to be that way. They didn't plan for the best years of their life. See, they thought the government was going to take care of them. And so they didn't have a plan. So what do? Where are they now? Working. They'll wake up every single day in retirement to go to work. Here they are in the best years of their lives. They've raised 3 kids, but they didn't plan for themselves.
You're listening to KCAA Loma Linda at 106.5 FM, K293CF Moreno Valley.
California headline news. Big changes on Capitol Hill as the House installs its new Speaker, Paul Ryan. A new federal budget is passed in the House, with members on both sides of the aisle praising it.
The unity on the Democratic side in the House demonstrated by 100% of the Democrats voting for the agreement. Didn't mean that they approved of every single aspect of it. It is a compromise.
House Minority Leader and California Representative Nancy Pelosi. Former Senate Democratic Leader Darrell Steinberg announces his candidacy to become mayor of Sacramento, saying he knows a thing or two about success.
The art of good politics and good leadership is vision combined with an insistence that we actually get things done to demonstrably improve the lives for people.
Steinberg looking to succeed outgoing Mayor Kevin Johnson. More than 1,000 people attend a public hearing in San Diego. Fans of the Chargers urging NFL executives to block any attempt by the team to move to L.A. Geico weather, sunny, warm, and dry in much of the state. Jeff Scott, California News.
It's time for the KCAA Community Calendar, brought to you exclusively by Learn for Life, a growing network of public charter schools. The clear mission of Learn for Life is to motivate and mentor students who have dropped out of school and provide them with the personalized education and technical training necessary to advance their lives.
Here's a look at the KCAA Community Calendar. I'm Di Rice. Experience the West's railway heritage with the largest collection of locomotives, passenger cars, freight cars, and cabooses at the Orange Empire Railway Museum in Paris. Take a ride on the museum's demonstration railway and feel the clickety-clack of street wheels. Hear the train whistles and streetcar bells. Get a grand tour, visit the gift shop, and learn about the West's railway heritage dating back to the 1870s. Trolleys and trains operate every Saturday and Sunday from 11 until 5 p.m., including major holidays. Steam trains run every third Saturday and Sunday of the month, and special events are held throughout the year, including a major annual fall event and a spring rail festival. Make plans to check out the Orange Empire Railway Museum located at South A Street in Paris. Call 951-943-3020 for more information. That's 951-943-3020, or go to oerm.org for the Orange Empire Railway Museum. And that's a look at the community calendar on KCAA 1050 AM.
The KCAA Community Calendar is presented exclusively by Learn for Life, a growing network of public charter schools where students can complete their education on a part-time basis. To find a resource center nearest you, call 1-877-360-LEARN or visit Learn for Life online at learn4life.org.
Here's your Money Minute with Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
If you follow the markets, you've probably been getting seasick lately. But what if I told you that market volatility can be a good thing? If you're a bargain hunter, this is your coupon. So keep your shopping list handy. If you're a long-term investor with plenty of time before retirement, the money going into your 401k each month will buy more shares when the markets are down. And if you have a good financial plan, you can relax while others worry, because that plan will carry you beyond today's headlines. Of course, you should always consider professional guidance before making any financial decisions. That's your Money Minute. I'm Mo Ansari.
For more tips on investing during market volatility and other investment topics, listen to Market Wrap weekdays at 5 p.m. on this station. For a free consultation with Mo Ansari, call 800-388-9700.
KCAA.
In the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, David and Tamara are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
Pretty good. How you doing, Dave?
Very good.
Welcome, welcome. Good to have you.
All right.
Where are you guys from?
We're from Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri.
Oh,
Osage Beach, Missouri.
Absolutely. Very cool. Beautiful area.
It is.
Very nice. Well, welcome to Nashville. And you're here to do your debt-free scream.
We are. We've waited 4 years, over 4 years, to be right here. So.
Well, I love it. How much have you paid off?
We have paid off
$281,956.91.
Goodness. And that took how long?
4 years and 8 months.
4 years and 8 months. Making what kind of money during that time?
It ranged between $95,000 and up to $150,000.
Way to go. What do you guys do for a living?
I'm a UPS driver, and I deliver your books all the time to people in Missouri.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you.
All right.
We appreciate that. Yeah, we're a fairly large customer of UPS.
Are.
So it's good stuff.
Whenever I see a package from you guys, I get so excited because I just can't wait to see the people and say, hey, you got to do what this guy says. It will change your life.
You're delivering a message and a package.
I'm your cheerleader.
I like it. Thank you. Very cool. Very cool. And Tamara, what do you do?
I own a sewing machine business, and we sell sewing machines and long arm quilting machines, and we have a whole quilt shop. And,
wow.
And so it's started as about 1,500 square foot, and now I have about 3,000 square foot.
Good
now,
for you.
But the building was actually 5,000 square foot that we paid off.
Oh, neat. Very fun. So that's what this $282,000 was the building?
That's right.
The building where the sewing machine shop is.
That's
Very
right.
fun. I love it. So what happened 4 years and 8 months ago? Tell me your story.
Well, it actually started much earlier than that. We're pretty frugal people, and we've been married for 29 years. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things we decided to do was to have a garage sale. Mm-hmm. And in that garage sale, I thought, wow, I wonder if it would be interesting to see if people have an interest in learning how to use sewing machines, because we both have a teaching degree as well. Mm-hmm. And so I put a little notepad out and said, hey, sign up if you think you're interested. So my whole notepad was filled in just that day.
Wow.
And so I called the people up, and before you know it, I had people coming down to my basement because I did not want to open any kind of a store uptown until I knew for sure that I was safe, and it didn't cost me anything to have the basement. So the next thing you know, they ended up coming down to our basement, and then the next thing they said is, please open a store. We need to buy things. So we remodeled the basement in 2001, and that's when I started my business 14 years ago.
Wow.
And then it progressed uptown in 2003. And when we moved to this building, it was a rental for 8 years that we did, and then the building went up for sale, and that's when we decided, okay, what are we going to do? I guess we'll buy it.
So is your home paid for?
It is.
Okay.
We actually paid the house off 10 years ago.
Okay, so you went back into debt to do this deal.
That's right.
And then 4 years and 8 months ago, that's when you bought it?
That's when we bought it.
Okay, so then you decided we're going to lean on it and knock it out. Now, how did you connect up with us?
Well, I've always listened to you. You're a mentor of mine, and we've always practiced your rules and just, tried to pay things off. We paid with cash and everything, and it just worked out. And it was the scariest thing we ever did, though, because we was out of debt, and to go into debt again, I knew that was not a good thing. And for the first 2 years, she doubled her payments. And after the start of the third year, two emotions got me going: fear, thinking, man, this is scary. And the other one was anger, because I opened a statement from the bank, and the interest we was paying was just money was thrown out the window each week. So I thought I got to help. So I made a New Year's resolution. Every Saturday, I'd go in and put $500 towards her building. And I did that for 2 years and 8 months, and I missed 3 Saturdays. And that's how we did it.
Awesome. Wow. Well, congratulations, you guys. It's got to feel good to be clear.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it was so great when we paid the house off because it was originally a 15-year loan. We paid it off in 12. And then we decided to buy this building, and we scraped up. I mean, I worked really hard in my store and was able to put $125,000 down payment to make this building. And then we decided we signed a loan for 10 years, and then it was supposed to be renegotiated after 10 years. And we said, we're not letting this go this long. And so it became, okay, work really hard and let's try.
Anything extra we threw at it. Just kept throwing at it.
Well, you did it fast. That's pretty impressive. Well, very cool. Good job, you guys. It's a good story. All right, David and Tamara, Springfield, Missouri, our Lake of the Ozarks. $282,000 paid off in 4 years and 8 months, making $95 to $150. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1. We're debt-free!
Way to go, you guys. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I love it. Our question of the day comes from Blinds.com. You want to know why Blinds.com is the world's leading online retailer of blinds and shades? Well, you go to Blinds.com and you read thousands of reviews from customers who will never shop anywhere else. You get free expert advice, free samples, and better than in-store prices at Blinds.com. Check them out. Linda's from Michigan. She says, we have some silver coins that we bought a few years back. Should we sell these and use the cash to pay off debt? If so, how do we go about selling them? Coin dealer, and you sell them by the end of the week. Maybe get 2 or 3 coin dealers to give you bids, offers, so you can kind of tell what's going on with the value of them, but because you probably don't really know what they're worth, but I'm not holding on to them. Would you go in debt to buy silver coins? If the answer is yes, I probably can't help you. Goodness gracious. And if you continue to own them while you have debt, it's pretty much the same thing as going into debt to do that, isn't it? Bad idea. Really bad idea. Well, I'm looking out of the window of my studio. And if you didn't know, our studio sits on the glass right here in Ramsey Solutions headquarters. So when you come into the lobby on the right, as soon as you walk in the door, I'm sitting there on the glass. Got a little sign up that says, "Don't feed the monkey." And I do our show here for 3 hours every day. And so I get to meet folks from all over when they stop in and visit us here in Nashville. And across the lobby is Martha's Place, which is staffed by a lady named Dorothy. Dorothy's a magical lady. She cooks homemade baked goods that smell the whole place up. When you walk in, smells like Mama's kitchen. And coffees of all kinds are over there, and it's all free. So come in and have a cookie with us one of these days. Have a little piece of banana bread or something. And in Dorothy's Place is a big bookstore as well, with all of our books and some of the books that we love and we recommend as well. And I'm noticing that across the way through my glass that there's a whole new display of our brand new Junior's Adventures products. Now, Junior's Adventures is the best way to talk to your kids about money. It'll get your kids excited about giving, saving, spending. It'll even get them excited about working. Now, many kids grow up with no clue how money works. But Junior's Adventures is one of our best-selling products. It's been totally redone, all new, and I'm telling you, this is world-class cutting-edge stuff. There's 3 products here: Financial Peace Junior, the Junior's Adventure book series, and the Smart Saver Bank. Now, Financial Peace Junior is packed with tools. It's got all the step-by-step instructions, the little envelopes for give, save, spend, the dry erase board for the refrigerator, all this stuff. It's very, very cool. And as a bonus with Financial Peace Junior, you get a digital copy, an e-book of our #1 New York Times bestseller that I wrote with my daughter. It's called Smart Money, Smart Kids. And you get 2 free video lessons from the Smart Money, Smart Kids class as well. The Junior's Adventures book series, this is bedtime stories, a way to teach your kids. And the Smart Saver Bank has been completely redesigned. There's 3 separate sections. We used to have 3 banks. And one's for saving, one for spending, one for giving. It's transparent so your kids see the money add up. You got to check this new stuff out. You can look at it online at DaveRamsey.com. Just look in the store and call our customer care team if you want some help. 888-22-PEACE, 888-227-3223.
Hey, it's Larry Burnett inviting you to talk sports with Fred Wallen, Mark Mancini, and me on Open Season Thursdays at 3:05 p.m. right here on KCAA AM and FM.
That's KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM.
Easter Seals provides life-changing services to kids and adults with disabilities in the Inland Empire. This month, when you visit a Baker's drive-thru restaurant, be sure to buy a Safe Halloween coupon booklet for $1. 100% of the dollar you spend goes to support Easter Seals disability services, preschool and daycare for kids, independent living, work and social skills for adults. Your dollar can make a difference. Learn more at easterseals.com/Southern Cal.
You're listening to Ron's.
I would absolutely recommend Churchill Mortgage to any of my friends, family, coworkers. They treated me like as if I was buying $1 million home, and that just made such a huge difference, knowing that I'm more around the 100,000 range than $1 million, but yet the treatment was just very respectful and very professional.
Call Churchill Mortgage today or visit us online to discover why we're the only mortgage company Dave Ramsey has ever endorsed.
This is KCAA.
We found the problem with your car.
And
Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
what?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience, and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
What have I learned so far? Well, I've learned there's no one right path for everyone. I've learned that without my high school diploma, I could only do so much. My options were limited, very limited. I found a free personalized learning program with Learn for Life that has a flexible schedule so I can keep my job while earning my high school diploma. I found a new career with training opportunities that would jumpstart my future. What have I learned so far? I've learned that I could change my life.
Are you 14 to 19 years old and looking for a free high school diploma program with flexible meeting times? This program allows you to keep your job or important family responsibilities while earning your high school diploma. If you've fallen behind on credits or dropped out of school completely, get back on track with free tutoring, a caring faculty, and one-on-one attention. For more information on how to reach your graduation goal, visit learnforlife.org. That's LEARN, the number 4, LIFE.org. Or enroll today by calling 877-360-LEARN. That's 877-360-LEARN.
KCAA.
Thanks for joining us, America. We're glad you are here. Douglas is with us in Dayton, Ohio. Hey, Douglas.
How are you doing, Dave?
Better than I deserve, sir. How are you?
Absolutely wonderful, thank you. We sort of just discovered you and your show, and my wife and I absolutely love it.
Well, thanks.
And here's the question. We are essentially debt-free, except for our mortgage. We have 12 years left on that mortgage. The mortgage is less than 3% because we just took it out 3 years ago. we have enough cash in a savings account to pay off that mortgage. And the real question is do you think it would be best for us to pay off the mortgage or continue to in one lump sum, or to continue to pay the monthly or the monthly payments?
What is the house worth?
About $225,000, and we have about $90,000 left on it.
Okay. And the money is the $90,000 is sitting in what? Just in a savings account?
It's sitting in a wonderful savings account, earning less than 1%.
Okay. All right. And in addition to that money, you have enough above the amount to pay off the mortgage for a rainy day fund, I assume?
Yeah, absolutely. We have about $750,000 in retirement accounts. I also have a defined benefit pension of about $75,000 a year, and I'm still continuing to work. I started my own company after leaving my last employer.
Good for you. Okay, cool. Well, here's the deal. Number one, if you pay off a 3% mortgage with money that was earning 1%, you gained ground, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Because you're not, you're gaining 2% from now on, forever and ever. Amen. Number two, you'd be debt-free, which lowers the risk of your overall life. You don't have a lot of risk because you've done a really good job with money. But when the thing is completely paid off, it snaps something in your spirit, Douglas. It's hard to put your finger on until it's paid off. And one way I can always get people to think about that is this. Let's pretend your house was paid for, and you did not have the extra $90,000 in the savings right now.
Okay.
Would you go borrow money on your home to put money into savings?
Absolutely not.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
Yes, sir. We sort of thought we knew what you were going to ask, but we wanted to get confirmation that the minds were working on the same way.
Yeah, that's so. And it's kind of funny, but I always tell people, pay off your mortgage, and if you hate it, you can always go get you another mortgage. Yeah, I'd be debt free by the end of the day if I were in your shoes, sir. Thank you for listening. We're honored to have you. David is in Chicago, Illinois. Hi, David. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. It's great to talk to you.
You too, man. What's up?
Thanks. Hey, my wife and I made some foolish decisions many, many years ago, and we've been using your principles and getting out of that. So we're on baby step 2, and we paid off all of our credit card debt. And we're moving on to, we had a $100,000 home equity line of credit, and we have actually gotten that down $10,000 as well. And we were very excited about getting our equity line paid down, but some other people who know your principles said, oh, wait, that's baby step 6. Like, oh, no, it can't be. So we looked at...
What's your household income?
91.
Okay. Well, we recommend that the HELOC drop into baby step 6, and you probably do a refinance to get rid of it if it's more than half your annual income, because it's going to take so long to plow through it.
Okay.
But if you want to go ahead and knock it out, it's not going to make anybody mad. It just usually takes so long to complete baby step 2 if you're doing that. Because let's pretend you had other normal people debt, like car payments and student loans and credit cards and that kind of stuff piled up in front of this thing. And then by the time you get down to it, that's, then baby step 2 is like 5 years long or something, probably.
Yeah.
And that's why we did that. But if this is kind of all you had and you're chunking along and you just, you're really liking punching it in the face and you want to go ahead and knock it out, it's not going to make me mad, dude.
That's great. Yeah, we've got just the mortgage and the home equity line, and that's all the debt we have left. So we're amped up to get it down.
So the only difference is, are you going to put your emergency fund in place now or in 2 years?
Correct.
And are you going to start saving for retirement now or in 2 years? And that's so. Let's pretend we did it with a baby step 6 idea. Let's just for a second, okay? Let's say that you start putting 15% of your income into retirement and you've got your emergency fund in place. How long does really the 15% coming out of your income, which is going to be about 12 grand, 14 grand, okay?
Right.
How long is that going to delay you getting this paid off? If you can pay it off in 2 years now, it's probably going to mean you pay it off in 3 years if you put it in baby step 6. So it's still going away fast. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, that's true. True.
So you can kind of lay it out either way. That's the logic behind the thing, though, is that usually the home equity loan is the bigger loan of your consumer debts, and usually if it's more than half your annual income, it's going to delay so long getting to retirement for most people and getting their fully funded emergency fund so long that we went ahead and threw it to baby step 6. And that's how we came up with that. So you can decide. You can decide. The good news is you're kicking butt, man. And that's what this is all about. It's about moving the money around and making it work for you instead of you working for it. Connie's in Idaho. Hi, Connie. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so thrilled to talk to you.
Well, you too. How can I help?
My husband and I are turning 60 really soon. Our income is $50,000 a year. We're out of debt, and that includes the house.
Yay!
Yes. My husband has 3 pensions with his company, one for $110,000, one for $39,000, and one for $10,000. And that's all the retirement money we have so far.
Mm-hmm.
A split in his company is freeing these funds up so we can roll them over.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good.
Taking into account our age and how close to retirement we are and how little retirement funds we have and not much leeway for losing money or for growth,
mm-hmm.
do we still do the 4 types of investments with the same percentages?
I would.
Okay, if we want to retire in 5 to 7 years, we still do the aggressive and the...
Yeah, I do a 4th in aggressive, a 4th in growth, a 4th in growth and income, and a 4th in international, if I were in your shoes.
Even with only 5 to 7 years.
Yeah, if that scares you, well, the thing is you're not going to use all the money in 5 to 7 years. You're going to start pulling money off of it. You're not going to cash it all out in 5 years.
Okay.
You're never going to cash it all out. You're going to hopefully live off of the interest, right?
Yeah, you think there's enough?
Well, no, I don't. But I mean, but the point is you're not going to cash it all out. Your 5 to 7 year window that you keep throwing out is not accurate because you're not going to just take it all out at 5 to 7 years because if you do, you're going to have nothing.
Oh, you're right.
So you're going to use some of the interest off of it, and you may dip into the principal if you haven't saved some more or working. Or you may have a nice business on the side or something going at that point. But, that's how I would do it if I were that. I'm 55. So, I'm still investing exactly that way. The other thing you guys need to look at, Connie, at your all's age, at 60s, when I tell people to start really, really, really looking at long-term care insurance, which is nursing home or in-home care insurance, it's absolutely vital to keep one of you from not cracking and scrambling this nest egg by a nursing home stay and leaving the other one in a lurch. Bethany is on Facebook.com/Dave Ramsey. She said, is it good to get a second opinion on a home inspection? No. Not unless you question whether the home inspector has a brain. I mean, if they're proposing something that sounds crazy to you, then, that you don't think's accurate, then yeah, I'd probably get somebody to look at that. If they come back and say, oh, this whole thing's falling down, and you don't think the whole thing's falling down, you think they're a drama queen, then yeah. But usually a home inspector, it's a fairly simple thing. There's either a problem or two or there's not. And generally they're going to find a few things, but it doesn't mean it has to be a deal breaker. But no, I think you're either nitpicking something or you don't trust the guy that did the inspection. And quit nitpicking, get the house sold if you're nitpicking. And if you trust the guy don't trust the guy that did the inspection, then yeah, you'd get a second opinion, but you'd do that with anything. But most of the time, a home inspection's a pretty easy deal to look at. Thanks for following us on Facebook. That puts this hour of the Dave Ramsey Show in the books. Thanks to James Childs, our producer. Blake Thompson's our executive producer. Kelly Daniels, our associate producer and phone screener. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host, and we'll be back.
For those of you traveling by air to celebrate this holiday season, LA Ontario International Airport wants you and your family to have a fun and safe trip. For your convenience,
remember, TSA travel rules are for your safety and those of others. LA Ontario International Airport reminds you to arrive early and check with your airlines for flight delays or cancellations.
ONT offers 62 daily flights to 15 nonstop Western cities. This year,